Hi there. Thank you for listening to IECA's 40 Days of Love Devotionals. This is day 29, the beginning of the fifth principle. Today's scripture focus is Matthew 23:12. Let's do a flashback. Jesus and his disciples were on their way to Jerusalem, the center of political and religious power in Israel. Unlike in their past journeys, this time it's different. Jesus walked ahead. The disciples lagged behind. It seems Jesus has rattled their lion's cage and they're headed right in it. The Pharisees hated Jesus, and the disciples were afraid to enter Jerusalem. Another twist came when Jesus told them that terrible truth that awaits him. He would be betrayed and handed over to the religious leaders, mocked, spat on, whipped, and crucified by the Romans. But on the third day, he will be resurrected. Upon hearing what would happen, new concerns popped up. Rather than focusing on the ordeal that morbidly awaits Jesus, the disciples disappointingly shifted their attention toward their individual concerns. Each thought that he is greater than the other and that he should be seated next to Jesus' throne. How selfish. Jesus didn't contradict their ambition to be great. He understood them. You can see this in Mark 10:32-45. But if you want to have greatness, listen to what Jesus has to say in Mark 10:43. Whoever wants to be great must be your servant. And this is relationship principle number 5. The greatest are the servants. To be great and to humbly serve others are connected to one another. Nothing can be farther from the truth. Anyone who would be first, he must be the last and servant of all. That's in Mark 9:35. We all want to be great. Jesus teaches us to transform this desire into actions of humility, to translate it to become a significant act of service. It's a fact. Only a few wants to have humility to become great. Strive hard to have humility that is immeasurably different in your marriage, parenting, work, school, and even in church. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Matthew 23:12. Begin to challenge yourself every day using this verse as a guide. Will I be the one to apologize after an argument? How will I respond to this problem as a parent? Can I handle this disagreement with my friend? Or should I be the one to get the remote control? Will I humble myself or will I exalt myself? Choose one because you cannot choose both. Humility is in the heart of every relationships. In fact, without humility, selfishness will come in to destroy it. Humility helps build relationships. Erase the false idea, God lifts me up, He lets me down. Subscribe to what Jesus teaches, whoever humbles himself is exalted. Take note, humbles himself points to a choice you should make. God chooses those who humble themselves and He exalts them. Be ready to dissect this statement from Jesus in the next 4 days. We will talk about number 1, your ambition. Number 2, your need to be noticed. Number 3, your tendency to compare. And number 4, your relationship with God. Together, let us listen to what Jesus is teaching us in this new principle. Begin by translating your desires of greatness into acts of humility this week. That's all for day 29. Check out day 30 as we dissect the fifth principle. Until then, God bless.